no good to be dead.
Hey, I'm at San Francisco Premium Outlets. This is Capital. This place is packed with shoppers. It's Black Friday just around the corner and everybody knows. I bet people take leave and take off just to come here for the specials and the promotions. Yeah, and you can tell it's crowded on a Monday. So procrastination is a thing that affects everyone, right? Like I get affected by procrastination as well, and overcoming it is not easy because most of the times what we procrastinate about are things that make us uncomfortable. It gets us out of our comfort zone. It is something that we don't look forward to. So how do we get over that? Well, here are 5 steps. 5 steps to help us overcome procrastination. At least these are the 5 steps that help me. Whether you're in business, an entrepreneur, or just something that helps you out in life. I think this applies to everything that we do. The first thing about procrastination is that we need to know why we want to do that. Internally, it has to be something that we want. Being a business owner, for example, running a business, that's tough. People keep seeing the benefits, the end results, the successful entrepreneurs, and they feel like they want to get there. But being an entrepreneur, actually doing it, actually running a business, that's tough. That needs so much sacrifice. And that's why sometimes we have to understand the true pains and sacrifices and things that we have to do and give up on in order to get to the goals that we want. And it has to be something that we are absolutely comfortable and absolutely, we really want to get there. And that is the first thing. We have to find that internal drive, that intrinsic motivation before we can actually get to something that we want. So once step 1 is done, we have to now look at step 2. We have to figure out what the goals we want in our journey, right? So if step 1 was to be an entrepreneur, step 2 might be looking at it in terms of having milestones that are specific and quantifiable. For example, it could be a revenue target. It could be a revenue target where we say we want to have, $10,000 revenue every month. And right now, maybe we don't have any revenue, or maybe we have something like way less than $10,000 a month. In which case, we have to figure out how to get there. All right. So once we set the goals, the third step is to really have those goals broken down into something that is more achievable, more attainable. And usually what we do there is to understand what it takes to get to $10,000 revenue a month. Perhaps it means calling 10 people a week. Perhaps it means having 5 appointments made every single day. I don't know, right? But once we have something that is more bite-sized, it's a lot easier for us to get there. And so that's the third step. The fourth step is to really make sure that we have our external environment created so that it supports us in the goals that we want to hit. What does that mean? So most of the things that we do, our peers, our environment, the support we get, that matters a lot. For example, if we want to have a weight loss goal, if we want to have a fitness goal, our external environments, they matter so much. If we want to lose weight, but our homes are filled with junk food or food in general or snacks that are within reach and like all over the place, it's gonna test our willpower, our determination all the time, and we don't want that. So removing all of that helps us tremendously. Alternatively, or in addition, we can also get people helping us to get to our goals. Again, this could be our peers, or could be somebody professional. It could be a coach, it could be a mentor, it could be someone else that is also along the same journey. We can support each other, or we can get them to support us in our journey as well. Even in business, we can find peer peer groups where entrepreneurs help each other and support each other in our journeys. It could be an accountability buddy where we promise and we commit to hitting certain goals, and together you guys can help each other along that journey as well. Yeah, and the fifth step for this, I would say, is to really make sure that we commit. Execution is really key in everything that we do, and we need to make sure that we do that, maybe by having bite-sized pieces that or bite-sized pieces of action that we take on every single day. If it is a running goal that we have every week, if we say we want to run 10 kilometers every week, every day perhaps we could just start by wearing our shoes and changing out to workout gear, and then starting to go on a small short jog. Right, just that action of starting helps us overcome that inertia that typically prevents us from moving forward, and usually that small action really helps us move on to complete larger goals that we have. So these are the 5 steps that I think apply to us and help us overcome procrastination. At least it helps me. I think for me, these are the 5 steps I always have in my mind, that structure, that process, so that things become more systematic, so that I know that procrastination is something that I can overcome, that I can actually take steps to make sure that it's not stopping me from reaching the goals that I want. So hopefully this helps you as well. And the 5 steps again are: number 1, really have that internal drive to reach that kind of goals that we have, right? Do you really want to be an entrepreneur? Do you really want to have that summer body? Do you really want to have that A in your grades? Do you really want that goal and that end result? 2 is to really have that broken down into milestones that are achievable, attainable, and realistic. So make sure that you understand what it takes for us to get there, that journey, and that those milestones that are required. 3 is to really make sure that you have them broken down into more specific bite-sized pieces. Working towards a giant goal typically leaves us very confused and overwhelmed. That's not what we want. So when we break it down into smaller bite-sized pieces, it allows us to get to our goals easier. Number 4 is to really make sure that we have the external environment that supports us in our journey. Once again, it could be an accountability buddy, a support group, a peer group that helps us get to the goals that we want. Sometimes, when we want to work out, we don't have that motivation to do it ourselves, and by having a support group, a support buddy, it helps us overcome that inertia. Number 5 is to really make sure that we take action. How do we have that kind of implementation and execution that helps us get to the goals that we want? Well, those are the 5 steps. Hopefully this helps you overcome procrastination and help you get to the goals that you want. If it does, or if you have any other questions, let me know in the comments down below. Subscribe, share this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.